So it says the vertical shift. This is something new. On last Friday, we talked about phase shifting left and right. We talked about phase shifting, but now we've got this last variable. This is the last variable we're going to deal with these crazy functions, and maybe actually we kind of highlight this one. So maybe with you on your page, let's go ahead and kind of circle this guy. Let's remind ourselves what the heck each of these variables refers to. What's that A referring to? Amplitude. That's talking like how high and how low the graph is going. Then that K, and I've got this nice formula written up here. The K deals with the period, and the period is always 2 pi over K. Okay, let's keep going. That C deals with the phase shift. That phase shift, I'm going to say phase shift, or PS if you want to write it. That's that negative C over K. That's telling us how far left and right to move. And now we've got some final last one. This plus H is just my vertical shift, and that tells us how much to move up and down. And the nice thing is it's straight, it's staring us in the face. If that said +2, then we move up 2. If that said -4, we just move down 4. It's not like a fraction or anything. So maybe it would help, again, phase shift is left and right, and vertical shift is up and down. Here we go. So it says, state the vertical shift for this and then graph the function. So the first thing that we always want to do is the vertical shift. That's always hanging out at the end. It's just a little plus or minus whatever. What do you think our vertical shift is? Yeah, so I'm going to say -3. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to go to this graph and I'm going to go put in one of those dotted lines again. That's like my new origin. My whole graph has to be shifted down 3. That's the first thing I'm always going to graph. The next thing is that amplitude. What's the amplitude of this equation? 2. So now I'm going to go from my new midline up to and down to. And these are our new guidelines of where we need to go as high and as low on my graph. So again, those guidelines before were kind of silly, like you might not have felt like we needed them, but now they are super helpful because we shifted our whole graph up or down. So I went 2 above -3 to get to -1 and 2 below to get to -5. We down with that? I didn't ask about phase shift. Why do you think I didn't ask about phase shift? Phase shift is that C in the parentheses. Did I give you any parentheses? No, so there is no phase shift. I'm not starting it left or right. I'm going to start it where cosine normally starts. The period. Period is always 2 pi over K. What's my K here? 1. So 2 pi over 1 in this case, right? The period is just going to be 2 pi of that graph. Okay. Where does cosine start? Amplitude or origin? Amplitude. And since it's 2, so my origin was moved down to -3. So that means I got to start my cosine graph at -1, which is my amplitude from that vertical shift. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, this is funky. There's a lot going on here. So I'm going to put a big old dot there. When's the next time I'm going to get to -1 if the period is 2 pi? 2 pi. When am I going to get to -5? Very good, right in the middle. And then at half a pi, we'll have some in-betweeners. So we are graphing, again, it looks like that V. But we're going to draw it nice and curvilicious. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so again, there's a lot going on here. Here's what I'm going to say. Let's go put it all together, right? Whoa. Here's this equation. And then I'm actually going to bring this thing down just so that we can refer to it as needed. Boop. I'm going to bring that thing down. And, whew, all right. The vertical shift is the first thing we want to look at. It's the thing that's hanging out at the end. What are we doing on this graph? -6. I'm going down 6. That's the first thing I'm going to draw is that new midline. That's like my new x-axis, my new origin, if you will. The next thing we want to do is that amplitude. How high, how low from -6 are we going to go? 4. I'm going to go 4 above, 4 below. Yeah, phase shift is negative c over k. Maybe you write yourself a little reminder. Negative c over k would look like negative pi over what, you guys? Negative pi over 1/2. Good job, Steph. My k right here is 1/2. What's dividing by half the same as? Multiplying by 2. Dividing by a half, same as multiplying by 2. So what's my phase shift going to be? Negative 2 pi. Thanks, right, Kurt? Negative 2 pi. So at this point, we're a cosine graph. Does cosine start at the origin or the amplitude? Amplitude. So I would have started up here at negative 2, which was 4 above my new origin. But this phase shift says go take that starting point of negative 2 and go left 2 pi. Vroom. I'm going all the way over here in pink. Boom. There's my new starting point all the way over here. You follow me? We okay with that? Okay, here we go. You guys cool with that? The next thing we're going to do is see when do we go back to that y value of negative 2. We got to go see what the period would be. Period is always 2 pi over k. 2 pi over k. I'm going to even write myself that little reminder. 2 pi over k. What's my k in this case? 2 pi over 1/2. 2 pi divided by a half is the same as 2 pi times 2, which gets me 4 pi. Here we go, people. If we started at negative 2 pi, when's the next time I'm going to get there if my period is 4 pi? Positive 2 pi, right? Whoa, that is a big graph. That's a big graph. When am I going to get to negative 10, y'all? 0. When am I going to get back to negative 6? Pi. Yeah, very good, Steph. Pi and negative pi. Whoa. So we got this huge cosine graph. Let's try this last one. Let's get away from the actual graph. Let's go write the equation of a sine function. Again, I just told you so that we would have, it doesn't really matter, but I just told you sine. Okay, amplitude is 4, period is pi, phase shift is negative pi over 8, and the vertical shift is 6. Whoo! We got to put all that info in here. Some of it we get to directly put in, others we kind of have to manipulate. So we got y equals, what do we put in for that amplitude? Boom, amplitude and phase shift, period, wow. Amplitude and vertical shift, we get to throw them right in. So I'm going to say for sine of, I'm going to say I'm going to say blank theta plus blank, because those are the two things that we got to mess with, my k and my c. But then I can always just throw the vertical shift in. What's the vertical shift? 6. So I'm just going to say plus 6. And it might help you. You might be like, okay, that was my amplitude. That was my vertical shift, VS. Let's go find K and C at this point. How am I going to find K and C? Well, doesn't phase shift need both C and K? I don't know either of those variables. So let's start with period, you guys. I know period is 2 pi over K. What is the period in this case? Pi. So I'm just going to say pi equals 2 pi over K. What's K going to need to be?
2.
Isn't it going to be actually 2? Because wouldn't it be K pi equals 2 pi?
No, I read the amplitude backwards.
Oh, silly goose. Yeah, so it would be a 2 theta. My K would be 2, so it would be a 2 theta. The last thing is phase shift. And phase shift is negative C over K. All right, so if I know phase shift, PS, is negative C over K. What did they tell us the phase shift was? Bless you. Negative pi over 8 is negative C over K. But what is our K? We just found it. Yeah, so we're going to put negative C over 2 because we just found it. That's why we have to do phase shift last. We got to use the K that we found. Now let's cross multiply that. And we'd get negative 2 pi equals negative 8C. Yeah. Divide that by negative 8 to get my C by itself. Negative 2 negative 8ths.
Pi over 4.
Pi over 4, 1/4 pi or pi over 4, same diff. That is my C. That is my C. So I'm going to go to my equation. I'm just going to say plus pi over 4. Here we go, y'all. Oh, wait. Let's go do one to help ourselves. Let's go start with, let's do a 21 together. Let's go all the way down here. 21. Whew. Check out that I'm an angel. Did I give these to you in the same order that I have written up here? This is the order that you want to do it in to make our lives the easiest. The vertical shift, my plus H. Do we have any vertical shift over here? We don't. So yeah, we can just say nothing. And if it's nothing, we're at my origin. We are just at that origin midline. What's my amplitude? 3. I'm going to go 3 above. And I'm going to go 3 below. Okay, Mr. Bandy, you're going to help us on this guy. Bandy, phase shift is negative C over K. In this case, and again, maybe just writing it helps people. What would be a negative C in this case, Bandy?
Multiplying by 2.
Oh, well, just what is my negative C? Taking it out of my problem.
Or 2. Wait.
Oh, I got you. C, that's okay. C is always in the parentheses. It's not with the theta, and it's the whole thing over here. Exactly, it's that whole ditty. So negative C would be a positive pi over 2. You down with that? Yeah. Divided by, what's my K, guys? Yeah, my K is 1. Are we cool with a phase shift of just pi over 2? Okay. So at this point is when I go to my graph. Was this sine or cosine? It's a cosine graph. So cosine starts at the amplitude. But this is saying you got to shift that starting point. So I was going to start at 3, but I got to shift it right pi over 2. So my starting point is now over here. You okay with that? When's the next time I'm going to get there? I'm not quite sure. I got to look at the period. Period is always 2 pi over K. And in this case, 2 pi over 1. So I get the period is 2 pi. Can I go to the right 2 pi and still be on my graph? No, because I'd have to get 2 dots past 2 pi. So could I go left? Yeah, I'm going to go left to negative 3 pi over 2 because that would have been 2 pi away from positive half a pi. And then I'm going to cut down the middle to get to negative 3. And then that gives me my pattern. There's a lot of steps. So why don't we just try, let's just try the front. Let's just try finish this page, and then we'll be good to go.